欢迎收看神秘文怪事，大家好，我是团长。没有订阅的朋友，请按下订阅按钮，谢谢大家。加入我们优秀神秘文怪事团，拜托大家用力按下订阅，拜托大家。大家可留言告诉我。各位优秀神秘文怪事团团员，大家好，感谢团员新进团员耐心等待，再次感谢所有团员支持本频道。影片中英语翻译中文不容易，本频道制作不容易，拜托大家帮忙加入。今天故事开始前，先提醒大家，影片最下方神秘文怪事订阅键定下去，用力按去下，请订阅，请帮忙一下，请拜托帮忙一下，谢谢大家。介绍更多好朋友加入神秘文怪事。我上一集影片讲到地底深藏的黑暗秘密，日本为何封锁军舰岛35年？没有看过新朋友，我建议先看上一集，我把上一集影片放在说明栏。今天让我带你们进入今天的故事吧。随着农历7月的到来，有越来越多难以解释的事情再度成为大家讨论的话题。接下来我们要带你回到1986年美国的康涅狄格州，看看这栋房子非常漂亮的白色外观，加上前方还有庭院，看起来相当的典雅惬意。对卡门一家人来说，住在这里当然也是一个最佳的选择。然而当他们住进去之后，却遇到一连串的超自然现象。难道这是在冥冥之中有一股力量正在驱赶他们吗？
Mary, wait until Aunt Sarah and Uncle Peter tell us where our rooms are. Mary.
小孩来到刚搬进的新家，兴奋地讨论想要哪个房间。对于来到这里即将展开的新生活充满期待。1986年，艾伦与卡门夫妇的大儿子菲利普因为罹患癌症，时常得要在纽约与康涅狄格州之间奔波，每次都得花上超过8小时的路程才能接受治疗。为了减轻孩子的负担，太太卡门决定找出权宜之计。
I don't want to waste your time, but how much are you asking?
I'll give you the first month free if I don't have to finish hammering in this darn sign.
卡门开车经过医院附近，看到了有一栋含有前院的房子，正挂起出租牌子。询问之下，认为房子的大小、租金或是和医院的距离都很完美，因此决定租了下来，全家展开新的生活。没想到住进去之后，却陆续发生难以解释的现象。
Matt? Matt, did you find a bedroom?
楼上传来重重的敲打声，原本以为只是孩子的脚步声，不以为意，但要用餐时，又像是有人在恶作剧。
Why'd you put the plates back?
What?
Well, I put the plates out, now they're back.
I didn't touch him, sweetie.
My oldest boy, Stephen, came to me the day we moved into the house, and he said, we have to leave here immediately. The house is evil. It's really evil. Something bad's going to happen if we stay.
Whoa,
What?
And I went to put the mop to the floor, and the water turned this deep red, and it was thick, and it had a putrid smell. And there was a carpenter woman still in the house doing some crown molding. And I went and got her, and I said, look at the floor, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And she kind of squatted down and looked at it and left and never returned.
仿佛像是冥冥之中有一股力量，对这群刚搬进来的住客表达不欢迎之意。但对于超自然现象不太迷信的卡门来说，原本都不以为意，直到有一天让他眼见为凭。
It had several voices. Sometimes it would take on the voice of one of the children to come into the room. It would say, Mommy, Mommy, and it would be the sweet voice of your child. And you turn, and there would be this dark presence of a smoke figure just standing there laughing at you.
I looked over because they were flashing on and off, and there was no bulbs in there. And I looked over, and it looked like my sister, and she was laughing at it when she was flicking off the switch like that. And then I got up to go over to her, and she went running up the stairs. And I went into the living room with where my mom and cousin were, and I asked them if Jenny just came running through, and they said no, she's been in bed all night.
从原本只有感觉不对劲到家人陆续看到不明人形，这股神秘力量似乎越来越大胆，甚至开始出现攻击性。
I couldn't see it because it was behind me, but it was like a huge, it was just freezing cold. It was like a hand on my back, and it would just like, when I was laying on this side, and this bra strap would always be pulled down.
"洗澡到一半却被用浴帘紧紧包住，庞福就是要夺命一般。就连原本要治疗癌症的大儿子菲利普，也庞福被附身一般，情绪变得暴躁，极度不稳定。
He had a journal or a notebook that he would write poems and letters and notes, and just he would jot anything down, and a lot of it was really dark and enough to make me go to my Aunt Carm in regards and worry. He had gotten pretty mean and just started attacking Brad constantly.
Leave me alone!
It's okay.
I remember having to break them up in fights, which would cause fights between me and Matt.
难道是因为身体状况不佳，让未知的力量可以趁虚而入吗？菲利普时常表示，会一直看见同一名黑衣男子，不时会有自残行为，甚至还有一次趁着半夜发疯似的攻击表妹，这让妈妈卡门不得不忍痛将他送往精神病院治疗。
Alan and Carmen, after securing the rest of the children in the house, followed the ambulance to the hospital to sign the necessary paperwork to have Philip committed for the evaluation. But just before he was led into the hospital, he issued an ominous warning to the both of them. He said, "Mark my words, now that I'm out of the house, it'll be after you, and it will get worse."
离癌症的大儿子离开家之前的这段话说他就会跟住你，你难道是对家人发出的警告吗？而随着屋内这股神秘的力量越来越具有攻击性，卡门一家人求助无门之下，找来了知名的驱魔达人华伦夫妇。没想到他们一进到屋里头，就感受到巨大的压迫感，进一步调查，还发现了半个世纪以前关于这栋豪宅不为人知的真相。
We didn't know too much about it other than the fact that, you know, when she called, she was hysterical on the telephone. I went downstairs, and as soon as I walked into the first room, it was just an overwhelming bad feeling. I had a feeling of fear and like that.
一进到屋内，就连见过不少离奇事件的华伦夫人都感受到一股莫名的恐惧感。他们决定花点时间住下来，要来看看这个房子到底发生什么事。没想到经过9周的调查，真的让他们听见了一个诡异的声音。
When we were there, we would stay in the master bedroom. Not that we were sleeping, but we were there. And you would hear that chain hoist coming up by itself. So Ed went down there to see if there was anybody doing that. Excuse me, moving that chain hoist like that. There was no one. There was no one down there at all.
暗夜里没有人的地方，却传出链条运作的声音，这可让华伦夫妇明白，这栋房子真的有蹊跷，而且进一步追查，却揭开了半个世纪以前不为人知的惊人真相。
Okay, so check it out. A case of materialization. That is Ramsey Aikman, and this was his mortuary. Now, he had a very interesting hobby, psychical research.
恐怖的降临仪式透过具有特殊体质的男孩，让亡者家属得以和逝者沟通。原来艾伦与卡门一家人住进的这栋白色房子，曾经在数十年前是殡仪馆，甚至还传说有如邪教的仪式，让整栋大楼的阴气更旺。然而在看似没有异常的外观之下，其实走进地下室，却还是留有过去的足迹。
There was 2 prep rooms, and one of them was a bloodletting area, and the other was where they would bring the bodies up for viewing. And I thought, oh my God, why would these trappings still be here for a family coming here with a young family? And it was kind of uncomfortable.
Finally tonight, Chapter 2 of what some are calling a real ghost story. You may recall our telling you about what some call a haunted house in Southington. Well, something's afoot there again, and Elizabeth McGuire brings us the latest.
I'm still afraid of this house.
Well-known ghost hunters Ed and Lorraine Warren were called in after family members claimed they heard mysterious voices and saw apparitions. The house is a former funeral home. Pulleys that used to lift coffins are still in place. A table once used to prep bodies now holds laundry.
透过新闻画面，揭开屋内的真实景象。华伦夫妇接下驱魔委托，让这栋康乃狄克鬼屋瞬间声名大噪。但或许是留在屋内的怨念太深，想要驱魔单靠华伦夫妇也难以招架。
The bishop assigned 2 priests to come. One of the priests was an exorcist. The other was a very high-ranking clergyman, Catholic priest. And they both came there and said masses. They both wrote letters to the bishop that the house required an exorcism, but they didn't want to be the priest, to be picked to be the exorcist.
So this is where you're trapped. Don't worry. Whatever you may have done, we're not here to punish you. Only to free you.
主教找了另一位神父，替这栋宛如被诅咒的房子进行驱魔。当天，屋子前的大树在无风无雨之下突然断成2半，邻近地区也出现难以解释的大停电。
Philip would be released from the mental hospital about a month later after the exorcism had transpired. He not only seemed to be in stable condition, but appeared much healthier.
看似驱魔之后，菲利普的病情有了好转，但没多久，他却突然离死亡，也被诊断出患有精神分裂贫血。然而，到底夺命的是疾病，还是曾经的恶灵缠身？这起被称为美国官方唯一承认的超自然事件，至今仍有许多解不开的谜团。都市传说依旧继续流传，成就是否背后都有外星助力，留给众人想象空间。虽然难以置信，但在科学家让这起世纪悬案多了分想象空间，留给众人想象空间，或许人类就能解开许多难解的谜团，也留给团员无限想象，埋藏着无数科学难以解释的神秘事件。在这里，人类显得渺小又无力，背后的谜团让人想不清也猜不透，是否有未知力量的助力还有待解答，是真是假只能说信者恒信了。至今仍是人类想要解开的重大谜团，许多人还是选择宁可信其有，请大家自行判断。希望您会喜欢今天主题，也欢迎在下方留言分享你对这些的看法。大家帮我按赞订阅开小铃铛，谢谢，感谢收看，下次再见。